The PBX is a dedicated console connected to the RCX340 controller to operate the robot and edit data. Let's start to explain the outline of PBX operation. At the center of the PBX is a color LCD display. There is an emergency stop button on the upper right of the PBX. If you press it, it will be locked and the robot stops in an emergency stop state. When unlocking the button, turn it clockwise. Below the emergency stop button is the manual lock switch. This switch has the function to change the mode of the controller. Open the rubber cap on the side to find the USB connector. USB conversion cable and USB memory are included as accessories of PBX. You can use them to back up the controller data or switch the PBX display language. If you purchase the PBX-E, there is an enable switch on the back. This is a 3-position switch that is in a release state, a mid-position state, and a fully pressed state. Wiring of the safety connector is required in order to assign a safety function to this switch. For the wiring method, refer to the user's manual. While PBX is disconnected, controller will be in an emergency stop state. If you want to perform automatic operation while the PBX is disconnected, connect the PB terminator instead of the PBX. Below the display are the operation keys. Function keys are at the top of operation keys. They are used to select the function displayed in the guideline. The keys on which letters and numbers are printed are data keys. It is used when entering characters such as programs, or when entering numerical values. The other keys are the control key. The keys to operate the robot manually are jog keys. Some of the operation keys have 3 lines. By pressing key type, select which line of input. The key type select can be confirmed with the LED. When the NUM LED is on, you can enter the middle line of the key. When the alpha LED is on, you can enter the upper line of the key. When the SYM LED is on, you can enter the lower line of the key. Also, if there are multiple characters in a line, each time you press that key, the character will switch to the next character. The same is true for function keys. When the NUM LED is on, you can select from F1 to F4. When the alpha LED is on, you can select from F5 to F8. When the SYM LED is on, you can select from F9 to F12. This is the screen of PBX. The top line of the screen is called the system line. On the left side of system line, the current hierarchy is displayed. On the right side, the controller status is displayed. The central part of the screen is data area, where various data and edits are displayed. The lower part of the screen is the guideline. The name of the function mainly assigned to the function key is displayed. When the key type indicator LED NUM is on, the guideline shows the functions assigned to F1 to F4. When alpha is on, the guideline shows the functions assigned to F5 to F8. When SYM is on, the guideline shows the functions assigned to F9 to F12. The function assigned to the function key depends on the hierarchy. I will explain the menu hierarchy. Initial menu screen is displayed when the controller starts up. For menu, operation, edit, system, monitor, are displayed on initial menu screen. In the operation menu, you can operate the robot such as automatic operation, jog operation, and home return operation. In the Edit menu, you can edit various data such as point data, programs, parameters, etc. In the System menu, you can perform backup operations to USB memory, check robot system information, check alarm history, etc. In the Monitor menu, you can check the current status such as current position and input-output. Describes how to operate the hierarchy. From the initial menu screen, select the menu with the PBX cursor keys and press the Enter key. The lower hierarchical menu will be displayed. Select the menu with the cursor key and press the Enter key. Press a function key to select the screen for the assigned function. Each time you press the ESC key, back to the higher hierarchy menu. To return to the initial menu screen state, press the ESC key as many times as necessary. There is a special screen called Quick Menu, which is a collection of frequently used operation. Press the Quick Menu key to display the Quick Menu screen. No matter where you are in the hierarchy, you can move to the Quick Menu screen by pressing the Quick Menu key once. Select the menu with the cursor keys and press the Enter key to move to the screen of the selected menu. Press the ESC key to return to the screen you were editing before you press the Quick Menu key. The control right is the right to operate the robot. There are two status of control right. The PBX has the control right, and the other is the external device has the control right. When the PBX has the control right, the robot can be operated only from the PBX, and the robot cannot be operated from the external device. When the external device has the control right, the robot can be operated only from the external device and cannot be operated from the PBX. The PBX is designed for safe teaching operations within the robot safety fence. If the robot could be operated from an external device during the teaching operations in the safety fence, the operator may get into an accident. If teaching work is required within the safety fence, be sure to have the PBX control right. Control right can only be changed from the PBX. This is because if PBX control right settings could be changed from an external device, operator is at risk of accident. When teaching with PBX, set the manual lock switch to on. This is all you need to do to get control right. As a result, robot cannot be operated from the external device. When you operate the robot from an external device, go out of the safety fence and then perform the following two steps. 1. Turn off the manual lock switch. Be noted that the PBX still has control right at this moment. 2. Press the Quick Menu key to display the Quick Menu. Select the control and with release selected, press the Enter key. Performing these two steps gives the external device control. When the external device has control right, Auto is displayed on the system line of the PBX screen. Depending on the combination of control rights and the state of the manual lock switch, you can select the operation restriction from the PBX or external device. When the PBX get the control right, it can be operated only from the PBX. When the PBX release the control right, it can be operated only from the external device. The monitoring function can be viewed from the PBX or external device regardless of the control right. However, only the side which has control right can change the output state. The emergency stop button and stop key are valid anytime regardless of the control right. When the manual lock switch is off, you cannot perform jog operation or point trace operation even if the PBX has control right. Hold to run function is enabled when the manual lock switch is on, disabled when the switch is off. When hold to run is enabled, the robot will continue to move as long as you hold down the run key. The robot will stop immediately when you release the run key. When hold to run is disabled, the robot will continue to move after pressing the run key. The robot will stop when you press the stop key. Explain how to reset the alarm. When an alarm occurs, ALM is displayed in red on the system line of the PBX screen. The robot cannot be operated while ALM is displayed, so perform an alarm reset operation. Perform the alarm reset operation from the quick menu screen. Select Alarm Reset and press Enter. Select Yes on the pop-up screen and press the Enter key. This completes the alarm reset operation. When the alarm is cleared, the ALM display on the system line disappears. If the alarm is not cleared even after performing the alarm reset operation, first resolve the cause of the alarm. From the initial menu screen, select System and then History to check the alarm number. Search for the alarm number in the troubleshooting section of the operation manual. Some alarms require the power to be turned off and then on. When controlling multiple robots with one controller using the YC-Link E option, it is necessary to select the robot to be operated by the PBX. This operation is not necessary when controlling one robot with one controller. From the quick menu, select Robot Change and press Enter. Enter the robot number you want to operate and press the Enter key. Confirm that the robot number displayed on the system line has been changed. In the Monitor menu, you can check the robot's current position and I/O status. Input-output operations are often used in the Monitor menu. Select Monitor and Input-Output from the initial menu screen to display the I/O monitor screen. First, the DI monitor screen is displayed. Rows are port numbers, columns are bit numbers, and each port consists of 8 bits. The circle in the cell indicates the status of each signal. If the circle is white, it is on. If not, it is off. From the guidelines, select DO to display the parallel output, select SI to display the serial input, and select SO to display the serial output status. In the initial display, it is from port 0 to port 7. If you want to check other port numbers, press the monitor key. If you want to change the status of the output signal, need to open Detail screen. Please perform the following operation. The output of parallel I/O is explained here as an example. From the guideline, press the F3 key and then the F1 key. The number on the right of DO is the port number. You can change to the target port number. Move the cursor to the port number, enter the number, and then press the Enter key to change the number. Alternatively, move the cursor to the up-down arrow and press the Enter key to switch the number one by one. After determining the port number, press the right arrow key to move the cursor to on-off of the target bit number and press the Enter key. This concludes the outline of PBX operation.